Here we have question 7, a good question. Okay, so A to B is 3, 5. Oh, now it depends what you mean by a good question, but it's exam style question, so something that is definitely worth knowing. Okay, so B to C. We want B to C. We've done this many times. Okay, we need to go against the grain here, and then we're going to with the grain there. So we're going to have B to C is going to equal negative 3, 5 plus 6 and 3, which is going to equal 3, negative 2. Again, if the question gives you it in I and J, then it's always good to convert back to I and J. But when adding and subtracting, definitely use column vectors, because my I's and my J's, I always get mixed up by them. So yeah, that's what I'd recommend. Okay, part B now, we need to find the angle BAC. Okay, this angle BAC here. Okay, and hopefully what comes to mind straight away is your cos rule. Okay, so b squared plus c squared minus a squared over 2bc. Okay, what is a? Well, we have this as big A, and little a has got to be opposite big A, and then this being b and that being c, doesn't matter. Okay, now we've got vectors for these a to c and b to a. Okay, but we don't have its magnitude. So we need to figure out the magnitude of all these sides. I'm going to draw a little new triangle for that. Okay, so we've got square root of 6 squared plus 3 squared. We've got the square root of 3 squared plus 5 squared. And we've got the square root of 3 squared plus plus 2 squared. Okay, so that means that our triangle has got this length will be 9 plus 4, square root 13. This will be 36 plus 9, which is 45. This will be 9 plus 25, which is 34. Okay, so we've got all our magnitude of our side lengths. We can sub this in to our calculator. Okay, obviously b squared will just be 34, so we don't need to put square root, but square it, take away 13 over 2 times square root 34 times 45. Okay, we're going to get 0.84366, blah, blah, blah. Just use that as answer in your calculator, cos inverse, and then we're going to get 32.5. Okay, and that is the angle that we needed. Now, part C, we want to find area. Okay, another formula, that's why it's such a good question. Make sure you know your formulas. Half AB sine C. Okay, half AB sine C. Okay, but that is the exact same as saying half BC sine A. You're just turning around the labeling. Okay, we know what B and C is. It's 45 and 34. 45, 34. Okay, and then we use sine A, we just use answer in our calculator. And when we sub that in, we should get square root of 5 times 34 times sine answer, and we get 10.5. Exactly. Okay, that's when you know the answer is right, when you put in all those different weird numbers, square root 45, square root 34, and you get such a simple answer like 10.5.